Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is my 31 days of horror movie reviews. And this is the movie that I originally just wanted to jump into as far as adding it to the list of 31 movies. It's a film that I had seen as a kid, but it's been so long since I've seen it that, man, I was due for a rewatch. But now that I've gone back and watched the originals and the sequels to the originals for the first time ever, it feels like I can almost appreciate this movie even more. I'm talking about The Fly. David Cronenberg's The Fly. This is a 1986 film. So this came out before I was born, but for whatever reason, when I was a kid, my mom used to watch this all the time. I think she was kind of like not obsessed with it, but like fascinated by it. She still brings it up of like, yeah, that Fly movie was really fucked up, wasn't it? And so rewatching it now, it's like, yeah, I get it. I appreciate so much about this film. Obviously, you have the director, David Cronenberg. Now, that's a director that I don't think I'm as familiar with as I probably should be. Other than this movie, I don't know how many other David Cronenberg movies that I've seen, but I know his reputation as far as being all about the practical, like body horror effects and sort of coming up with sick and twisted things to happen in his horror movies, or at least the type of what sci-fi movies maybe that he's known for. So maybe I should go in his filmography and see what we could dig up. But this film, I appreciate how with the two characters that we get introduced to. First, you have Seth Brundle, who's played by Jeff Goldblum. And Jeff Goldblum is kind of perfect in this role because he has this weird thing of like, okay, he's good looking and he's charming, but he also is weird and he's awkward and he's antisocial. So when he does meet Gina Davis, Veronica, at this like social party event, he's not really great at like trying to pick her up because he's not really trying to pick her up. He's more so trying to sell this new experimental project that he's working on. He's trying to sell the fact that this is a big deal. It's going to change the world, change the future. And she just takes a chance. And so they go to his place and he shows her that he has this teleportation machine that successfully can teleport objects, and he's working on teleporting live things. Now, over the course of the movie, you could probably guess where this goes as far as testing it on animals, testing it on himself, only to accidentally have a fly go in there with himself. And so it slowly and grossly but surely turns him into Brundlefly. Like, I guess that's the only way to describe it. A giant man-sized, grotesque-looking fly. This film is insane. It's like, I don't know if saying that I was scared is completely accurate, but rewatching it now, I was definitely creeped out. I was definitely tense. I was definitely on edge the entire way through. And that's with me somewhat remembering how this movie goes down. I definitely remember the ending. I've definitely seen clips of the ending throughout the years. But as far as the entire thing, a lot of it was coming back to me as I was watching it. But man, once Jeff Goldblum starts to morph and mutate and just his body turning into what it turns into, that's where the movie kind of checks into a completely different gear. But before we even get there, I really like the chemistry of Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. Granted, we see these two meet, so it's not like they're a married couple like in the original movie. Like, we see them meet and we see them fall in love. And you could argue that it's fast, how fast they fall in love, but it almost made it sadder that they fall in love so quick. We're seeing the beginnings of their relationship, the beginnings of like a potential relationship. You even see how much Gina Davis is like falling for him. And so because it's so early on, when he does start to change, when he does start to, like, his personality becomes meaner and more aggressive and angrier, like, you see how hard it hits her because she's not ready for this relationship to go sour, to go south. And I think Jeff Goldblum did a great job as well of being that nice guy, maybe awkward, but really deep down a nice guy, to then just becoming this piece of shit guy. Like, after the experiment, after he changes, you have that one scene where he's like doing flips and spinning around on the bars in his apartment, and it almost feels like it's a superhero origin scene of like, wow, he has superpowers now, or he has super strength, or he has agility and abilities. Like, if this was another movie, he would become the Fly Man. Like, a dude that has these enhanced powers. He's an enhanced human with insect powers. But no, this isn't Spider-Man. This is a David Cronenberg movie that says this is going to go south real fast and real hard. And like I say, with his personality changes, when he just flips out on Gina Davis, kicks her out, he's like, I need somebody that can keep up with me. He goes off to the bar and finds a random chick and fucks her, and Gina Davis comes back and sees them together. It's like, oh, I feel so bad for Gina Davis. Like, why do that to her? Also, that one scene when he's at the bar and he breaks the guy's wrist like in half from the arm wrestling. I feel like that's a subconscious like memory of mine because, like, ever since I was younger and even now, whenever I see people doing arm wrestling stuff, even videos online, I get squeamish. I get like nervous because I'm thinking that one of somebody's arm is going to get broken, and it must be seeing this at a young age and now having that fear that I'm going to see something like that happen once again. I should mention this other character, the editor of this newspaper or magazine place that Gina Davis works at. Her boss is an ex-boyfriend of hers. And this guy, at the beginning, is such a piece of shit, such a creep, such a stalker type. I mean, I get it that he was in love with her, and for whatever reason that they broke up, they did break up, and he even still has a key to her apartment. He sneaks in there sometimes and takes a shower so that she can catch him in the shower, and he's constantly trying to get back with her. He's even like, hey, how about we just have sex, like casually, as friends? That's okay, right? Like, he's a creep. But as shit goes wrong with Jeff Goldblum, Seth Brundle, he sort of steps up and says, like, okay, there's some fucked up stuff going on. And where he could have been, like, the asshole villain, he ends up being a halfway decent stand-up guy, or at least a redeemable type character towards the end of the film. And I should mention the plot twist of Gina Davis becoming pregnant. I kind of forgot like when that happens, how much it freaks her out, because obviously, like, we don't know what's inside of her, what could be inside of her. And the third act, man, like, I'm just kind of going through this because this movie blew my mind, even though I'm rewatching it. But when Jeff Goldblum is fully like formed, he's climbing the walls and he has those weird ticks that, like, I guess flies have. I don't know, like, I haven't really thought about it. But seeing him just like look around and his eyes darting around, like, he plays this way too fucking well. And then you get the makeup effects, the practical effects. I should definitely give a shout out to the makeup department and the people who came up with this design and this look, this grotesque, like, gross looking thing. One of the grossest things I've ever seen in a movie. Not just from when he's like all lumpy and hair falling out and he looks disgusting, but towards the end when he just loses himself completely. He's a giant fucking fly. Like, the practicalness, I think this is why this movie, at least for me, still holds up. The practical effects of this creature with its giant eyes and it's grabbing at her, or like, all of that just freaked me out in all of the best ways possible, because I definitely enjoyed my rewatch of this film. I definitely, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly, highly recommend it. I hope I didn't spoil too much of it for you, but hey, this movie's been out since before I was alive, so no excuses. Watch it, goddammit. definitely highly recommend this. Man, this was a blast. Definitely better than the original, and that might be controversial because everybody says originals are better. And like, yeah, sure, it's cool, but this remake kicks ass, man. This is how you do a remake. You flip the script, you do some crazy shit, you go for it, and I think this movie does just that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.
Please won't you save my desires on fire? Sometimes you need a little peace at home. I'm tired, so I